Yeah, didn't think you would see this title again, huh? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the very spacious, very stagnant, very not so up to date Koopa filler arc. Woohoo! Nobody cares. Well, I care, and that's all that really matters, right? Not even a little bit. So, why is there another episode of the Koopa filler arc? I felt like updating you guys on one of my newest favorite pastimes that nobody cares about, and I sure didn't at first. Mobile gaming! I felt like bringing an update on that, because really for this channel for a while now, it's just been some of RTB's reviews and some playthroughs we've had on the backlog, and I haven't really brought a mobile thing for a while now. More so Fire Emblem, and I was going to take time to explain that in this video. But first, a video that you're seeing in the background right now. I know it's not the most visually pleasing to look at, but there's dogs yapping in the background. Hopefully that doesn't come through. I'm still gonna do this live. Hopefully they don't interrupt this, because I don't really care so much about this one. Thank God they weren't starting for the summoning. Or they might have been, and I just didn't hear them. I don't know. But I'm surprised they can even hear me. Maybe somebody passed by them. I don't know. Anyway, so Star Ocean. This was a game that I wanted to kind of show off the channel for a while, because I first fell in love with Star Ocean: The Last Hope, I think it was. It was the one that had Laura Bailey in it as Raimi. that much I remember. I think it was The Last Hope, because I know we recently picked that up, the Super Deluxe version for the PS4, so you don't have to worry about flopping discs over and over again. That was the pain of the Xbox 360 version. Ugh, my lazy ass having to get up and swap the disc. But this was a game that I originally wanted to show off, and at this time you can tell it's really old, because I think right now, well, they just got through doing Nier Automata, if I'm saying that name right. They got through doing those ones, but this was back with the Summer characters, Summer Raimi in particular, and Summer Sophia, I think her name was. Anyways, even the one you're seeing now wasn't even my main account. I ended up re-rolling again because I got Summer Raimi. Spoilers, this one didn't get it, but this isn't even my account anymore that you're seeing. And even then, I don't really play the game anymore. So that was more of a one and done, not like Dragalia Lost, but I'll get to Dragalia Lost in a minute. This game, I don't know. I mean, it feels very free to play friendly, but you have to take the time and effort to build up your characters to super maximum OP levels, and that wasn't fun for me. Because in order to do a lot of the events that showed up, a lot of the in-game content, in my opinion, I could be totally wrong, or I could have been not playing it right, I could have been just bad. I felt like a lot of the stuff was a bit too hard unless you min-maxed, everything. You had to get top-graded weapons, top-graded, character upgrades, max limit broke them, etc., etc. You couldn't just get by with okay stuff, or almost top tier. It had to be top tier, or you weren't going to have fun. And that's kind of the roadblock I fell into, because a lot of these events had misery tier 2, very nightmare ultra difficult, and I couldn't do it. It wasn't fun. It wasn't fun to have to do that, and I guess it leaned towards they wanted you to force more cooperative play to get this done. But at the same time, there's not a lot of people playing the game, so you're kind of screwed in that aspect. So I feel like a lot of people are just going to drop off. Maybe it isn't just me, but it's the reason why I'm not really playing the game anymore, as of now anyways. And after all that re-rolling I did, just to get Summer Raimi, and now I'm not even playing it, so it's a shame, because I really did like what the game had to offer, but just most of the mobile games I'm in now, you can do a lot of the events without having top tier stuff. You can get by and get maximum efficiency or they have like lower grade ones where you can at least feel like you're getting something. But Star Ocean, I feel, didn't really have that compromise, so that's why that's not really coming to the channel, or this is the only little video you're gonna see of it. Even then, this video was just me poorly explaining the game. It was really bad. I didn't want to release it anyway. Man, those dogs are going hardcore right now. Again, hopefully they're not picking up. They're like right by the wall. If they're picking up, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't think they'd be awake. They probably just hear me and they're like, "Shut up, your video's terrible!" Oh my god, they're going hardcore. But let me just get through this. Hopefully they're not picking up. I think they are kind of picking up. I was staying silent for a second to see if the microphone was coming out. I'm doing this in one take. Guest starring dogs, I guess. Anyway. Next thing on the list, Bleach Brave Souls. Now, Bleach Brave Souls was a game that I brought here and there, kind of to test the waters. Did really good on some instances, did really bad on some instances. I have these spats with the game where I'm like mad at it for like a month because it doesn't give me what I want. And because of that, I just drop it for a bit. Safe to say, there was the manga characters came out, manga Rukia came back, and I guess for whatever reason Rukia hates my guts because I went like 3-4 multis in, something like that. Not a single 5-star showed up, so I'm in the mood right now. Screw this game, I'm not going to bother with it. So that's why you haven't seen a video on it. Maybe you'll see a video down in the future where I do some more summonings. But anyways, that's been up and down. That's not really been a main focus. And even though we brought Duel Links up once, I never really do Duel Links here either, even though I like the game. Even if Konami's doing Konamiism and kind of going up and down with the game. But it's just kind of one of those ones where you're gonna get stuff from the box anyway, eventually. So I guess there's not really that mystery factor that, oh my god, is it gonna get trash or what kind of go? I don't know. Didn't really find that too appealing for summoning videos anyway. So that's why I never brought Duel Links. For those of you who had watched Dokkan, you know I'm not bringing that back anymore. Even though I think the last video I ended up on treated me really good, and I know there's going to be some Broly and Gogeta summons like in the near future. For the movie counterpart versions of it anyway, but I don't think I'm going to end up doing that again. Dokkan treated me too bad the times that I did do it, so that's just I still play the game, but I don't put like any money into it anymore. Strictly free to play on it now. Play it casually here and there. But besides that, man, those dogs are going hardcore right now. Yeah, speak about how bad Dokkan is, doggies. Fascinating. So the moment I stop talking, they stop barking. I think they can hear me. Well, we'll try to speed this up then. What's next on the agenda? Oh yeah, Dragalia Lost. So I did do one video on Dragalia Lost, and unfortunately I can't do any more, not because of my own choice, but because Nintendo and their infinite wisdom decided to block emulator access from it, and I can't go back to playing it on the pad, not to mention Fire Emblem takes most of my pad's memory up anyway. But I cannot go back to playing it because it was so nice to play it with a controller. I don't really feel like playing it any other way. The game treated me well enough, even though like I re-rolled more for that than another game that I'm starting to get into, and I'll explain that later. I'm going to try to bring some of the videos on that here and there, but with how the game is structured, I'm not going to really do too much summons on it, but I'll explain that in a minute. But yeah, so unfortunately, not against my own wishes, but Dragalia Lost is a game that will not really be coming back, even though I kind of just half spliced it in with the last like Halloween part. But I guess that's how it goes. I don't get why they would block emulator access when it's a free-to-play game. Even if there is stuff on the emulator, I would still support it. Like when Duel Links was doing good stuff, I was buying some of the deal packs and the mats and stuff like that. And then Dokkan, forget about it. I poured too much, more so than I want to admit. Back when stone vendors, like I used stone vendors or thing or whatever. I used them like once or twice, but for the big ones, like I think LR Black, Goku Black, is where I like put the most money into just to get the ultimate shaft and that was a bad time. But I guess that's their rule, so if they want to block emulator access, I just won't play the game. That's all there is to it. Now, the important one, well, you know, before I go to the important one, I'm going to mention a new one that I've started to get into, and that's Epic 7. It's a game that just recently launched here. Very fun polish. It doesn't really do nothing new or outstanding, but there's just so much content and so much stuff to do. It almost feels like a full-fledged RPG game. It's pretty amazing, and I'm glad. I think they finally shut up now, so maybe it wasn't me. Maybe there was just something that upset them. Anyway, they said their piece. They had enough. When I mentioned Dokkan, they were like, oh, a trash game, I'm out of here. But no, I've really enjoyed Epic 7 so much, and I cannot recommend that game enough. Though I warn you guys, reroll, reroll, reroll. It's kind of a long reroll, but not a long reroll, if that makes sense. I don't know, it's just the tutorial they have you go for is longer than most, but it's not too long to where it's annoying. But the rates in that are so bad, yet somehow it took me less rolls to get a good account on that game than it did on Dragalia for when I was just going for one certain character. Don't know how that happened, but okay. Probably because I wasn't really picky with Epic 7, but then again, Epic 7 kind of gave me the units I wanted the most, so go figure that out. But depending on what shows up, I will summon for that. But with that game, there's not really too many characters, since they're own original characters made from the Korean side of things, because it's a Korean game, translated into English for us here. There's not really too many characters I want to go out of my way for. There's only two in particular. And I'll show the two waifus on screen if I can find like pictures of them. Those would be the two. If their rates were up, I'd go for them. But everybody else is just kind of like, I don't care, unless there's like a new certain character. But I kind of have my team built in that, so I'm good to go. And those two are kind of the missing links in terms of like really good characters that I don't have. So go figure, that just kind of worked out like that. But we'll have to see how that goes. I could do some videos like on the events and stuff for it too. Maybe I'll end up doing a video of me doing like the final boss in that game when I get to it, just to show you how terrible I am at games. And then everybody can randomly, oh, you should have done this, you're not good at the Epic 7, you're an epic failure, you know, crap like that or whatever. But it's a game I'm heavily enjoying, and the content, unlike Star Ocean, is not like locked down to like the super epic tier, because you can even use, there's 3 stars in that game that are fantastic if you know the certain ones, and they can get you through the stuff. I've even seen people just use the free-to-play units and just get through that way, so, you know, it's really accessible, really fun, though I am kind of worried for its future with America. Well, here anyway, I'm worried for its future with America kind of investigating loot boxes and probably blocking that off, much like Belgium and another country did. I forget which one did it, and I'll probably put that on screen too. But they might have to just change the design of the games. Like, with these type of games, I feel like maybe they can give you an influx of so many things, but just make it a monthly pay design. Like, kind of to keep the stabilization of the servers, just, you know, pay $5 a month and you get the, like, a monthly subscription type of thing. I know people would hate that, but, or a one-time fee that people would be comfortable with. Again, they'd have to change it somehow, or have the characters for a price and not have them be in a loot box type system. Like, here they are, here's their flat out price, if you want them, buy them, you know. They're gonna have to change the model somehow for here to where it doesn't overly die, and then just this whole industry just flat out goes. Because there's, you know, some good free-to-play ones. The ones I'm playing are, for the most part, pretty excellent, even if luck is not on your side most of the time. But still, there's really good quality games here, and I hate for these particular ones to die out. Now, of course, the scummy ones, like Harry Potter, which are just shameless and want the money, of course, those can rot in the grave. Don't care about those. But realistically, hopefully it's not the extreme like Belgium, but they just tweak something to tweak for something that works. That's all I really hope for in that regard. But let's get to the main nitty-gritty, the one mobile game that I've mained on the channel, Fire Emblem. Now, I'm not quitting it, like, it seems like a lot of people have been. I don't know why, like, a lot of people are complaining the game is going downhill. I don't feel like that. I mean, it's doing a lot of samey stuff, sure, but to me it doesn't really feel like it's gotten the scumbag levels, and it really feels like it's getting unnecessary hate just because you're not getting, I don't know, Stuart, that guy from Fire Emblem 6 that showed up for one chapter and then died. He was such a memorable character. Why is he not in a banner? Why are we getting another Camilla? I just feel like it's the Fire Emblem players just being a bunch of whiny babies again. I mean, there is some stuff that's wrong with it, granted, you know. Some of the sameness and, you know, not a lot of, like, super modes that I guess are kind of keeping you in. Like, to compare Epic 7 to this game in terms of its content, there's a lot to do in Epic 7, but with Fire Emblem, as much as I love it, I'm, like, done in, like, 30 minutes. But I feel like that's kind of the point of mobile games, because Epic 7's feeling less like a mobile game, more like a real game. And that might be a good thing, I don't know. But I'm not the type to review this. I just feel that, personally, there's been a lot more scummier games. Dokkan. I mean, have you seen their newest banner right now? Their over-flooded LR, hey, here's like 3 good SSR units, but we flooded it with like 20 other units that aren't even good. Give us money, please. Oh, and if you want to do the multis on tickets, we aren't going to give those for free either. There's a little peel-off treasure trove. Give us like $60 and we'll give you 2 multi-summons, and you might not even get what you want. You know, stuff like that. At least Fire Emblem isn't doing stuff like that, you know? You gotta see it from the other side, I suppose. I still find it very free-to-play friendly, and sometimes the luck just isn't there, and if there's not a character that you particularly care about, that should be a good thing. You can stave your stones and just wait. If you hate Fates, you can skip it, you know? I see that as a blessing. Every time I see, like, one of the older Fire Emblem game characters that I don't care about, I'm like, oh, thank God, I can skip this one, you know? But people will complain to complain, you know? But you know what's a justified complaining is the Diablo mobile game announcement. Now people, they had a right to, especially with like the con. I know this is pretty old news, but the people that paid good money for that con, they spent some news and they're just making a microtransaction mobile game. Not the best decision in the world, you guys. And even if it is a top tier mobile game like some of these other ones that I'm playing right now, you know, the damage is already done. But back to Fire Emblem. Now I haven't quit it like other people. I still play it religiously, even though I will admit Halloween did kick me in the balls quite a bit. It was the first time I had in a while that I had to put a lot of money in just to get some of the characters I wanted from that. I mean, not too much, but after that, there's been some certain banners that have come out that I haven't done videos on, and that's because I really didn't feel like I needed to do videos on them. How do I say this? I mean, they were good banners, but just nothing I felt the need to jump out at. The big next one for me is Christmas one, and I'm still saving. I got about 200 something stocked up there. But for those who are Fire Emblem aficionados and come here, I will kind of keep you up to date what happens summon-wise for at least the major banners. I will say I got a random female Kana off of one of the random just summon banners that showed up. But anyway, history-wise. So after that, I think it was Legendary Erica that showed up? Pretty sure. Either that or the Adrift banner with the Fates characters. Either or. I'm not 100% sure. But I did get Erica. It took me a little bit, but I got Erica from her banner, even though I really shouldn't have gone for her. I was telling myself not to do it, but I did it, and I thankfully got her, because the other 2 reds I already had. It was a very bad move, but I did it anyway. And then with the Fates banner, that was that one Camilla and one Corrin, got both Camilla and Corrin. And thankfully for that, I got the characters I wanted there. And now the newest banners that are out are finishing off the Fire Emblem Heroes characters. We have Surtur and Yilger, the villain and the youngest sister of the good, I think it was Nifl Ice Tribe. Nifl, right? I'm pretty sure it was Nifl. Yeah, because Fire's move spell, Nifl is the ice, right? Got it. Did it, not a fake fan. Ended up getting Surtur in the second go. And he ended up being plus defense minus speed, which was perfect on that. And then the legendary Hrid Banner, which is the eldest of the Niffle siblings. I did like a summon on, though to be honest with you, if I wanted Green Emerges now, it'd be perfect, because I don't have any of the other 2 units on there. But I don't think I'm going to really dip. I'm going to be strong and save for Christmas, because I kind of got my summoning itch out with Epic 7. For those who don't, there is an Epic 7 summoning video coming out a little bit after this, so I won't say what goes on there, but it was a video. That's all I can say, it was a video. And I guess that's about it. Man, I've been ranting for 20 minutes about mobile crap. That's pretty... Man, I have no life. No life. Okay, so hopefully the dogs weren't too bad at the beginning. I apologize for that, because back at my homestead, there is a lot of puppers here. And they're very yelpy, a lot of Chihuahua dogs. So, because we have some new people like moving in some of our rooms to help with the, you know, the money inflow, renting out some rooms, things like that. You guys don't care about personal stuff, but they have a lot of dogs, so that's what that was about. And let me just double back real quick. I think I wanted to say everything I needed to say mobile-wise, but yeah. More than likely after this, next is just a sneak peek at Epic 7. I'll probably try to just bring some gameplay content of Epic 7 too, because I feel like that's more the meat of the game than the summons, actually. Though the summons are fun, I would recommend in that game, save your crystals for the summons, because I mean, a lot of people are going to be like, no, you should buy the energy things to keep the grind up. The game is giving me way too much energy to even keep up, so... There's a plethora of that. I wouldn't worry about that. Just save for the ones that you want the most and get them. Hopefully you don't want like multiple heroes. Hopefully you're okay with like 1 or 2 5-stars, because again, rate's not so good in that game. But we'll get to that when we get to that. I think that is about all I wanted to address. So thanks for hanging in there with us, guys, while we just kind of shovel out a bunch of just backlog Let's Play videos and stuff like that. Haven't really been in the best positions to do too much on the review side. Well, that and accompanied by my laziness. I haven't really done too much of those, but again, we'll figure out some stuff out, though. You know, Smash next week, at the time of this video anyway. Next week, Smash. Anybody hype for Piranha Plant? Yay, yay! Oh, Piranha Plant, you meme. You big old meme. Alright, well that's gonna about do it for me here, guys. I'm gonna go back to no-lifing Epic 7 while I have the free time and I'm not on work, because that is literally the only game I feel like I play now, because there's just too much to do. God, there's so much to do. Like, I pick up Dokkan, I'm done with it like in a couple of seconds. I pick up Fire Emblem, done with it in like a couple of seconds. Like, each of these other mobile games, I can do everything that I need to do in like a few seconds, but Epic 7's like, bitch, you better bring some popcorn and some chips and snacks and bring the toilet. We're about to be the Skyrim of mobile games in terms of the content you get to do. So, hey, if you really need some stuff to do, Epic 7's the way to go, I'll tell you that. It is an epic of a game. Shoot. Still don't get what the 7's about, but maybe we'll find that out soon enough. Is there 7 Demon Lords? Because there's always 7 of something, or 3 of something in these anime games? I don't know. You tell me. But that's it. That's all I wanted to address, guys. Thanks for putting this in the background, just listening to it. If you even did. Just to kind of listen to a nerd ramble on about really crap tier mobile games for like 20 minutes. They're not crap to me, that's all that matters. They fill the void in my life, even though I should actually play legit games. Hey, I finished Digimon. That's gonna be my going joke. I'm just gonna keep saying, I finished Digimon Cyber Sleuth. That's all I need for the year. I really need to be better about that. Alright guys, kept you way too long. Go on, get out of here. Be a family man or woman, or attack helicopter. I don't know. Just don't be me. Don't be a fucking loser. Bye.